If you listen to this podcast, you clearly like black films, so I know that you've watched Girls Trip.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but there hasn't been a 4 black female lead film since Set It Off, which also starred obviously Jada and Queen. The film that came closest to that is Hidden Figures, and that was 3. And I know there was a big push for that to be made. Why do you think there's such a big gap, these kind of films to be made?
Do you know what? I still think a lot of people who are in power in the film industry just don't find women funny.
And then black women.
And then black women. I just don't think they think women, I would say, black women together as a collective as well is profitable. And it's a shame. And I think that you kind of find that in the comedy genre, in the comedy scene as well. Like, it's not just, there's a stigma behind funny isn't women, basically.
It's interesting you say that. The budget was $19 million. They raked in $140 million worldwide. So surely those numbers prove that, you know, we do sell and we can sell, considering it was black director, black producer, black cast, black writer. It was like, you know, a really authentic film for me. And I thought that's why it worked, because there was a lot of scenarios in there. It wasn't overplayed. It wasn't the feisty black girl. Like, it was just, you could resonate with each one at some point, and you just felt like you're watching your friends on the screen.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the whole thing of having to work 10 times harder to prove yourself. You know? And it's not like there were like new actors in that film. Every single one of those leads have incredible credits. And I mean, hello, you've got Jada Pinkett, you've got Queen Latifah, you've got Tiffany Haddish. Like, are you kidding me? Household names. And even they still had to kind of prove that this would work.
I've always wanted to go Essence Fest. Like, I just think it would be the best thing ever. If you had a chance to go, who would you really want to see out there?
Well, I have been to Essence Fest.
Shut the front door. How was it?
Amazing. One of the best trips.
I'm actually extremely jealous.
I went to the Essence Festival, New Orleans, 2019, and we went as a group trip. There was about 35 of us. Big trip.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. New Orleans, it was just buzzing. Like, the people of New Orleans, so friendly, so welcoming.
So nice.
Have a massive influx of people from all over America and overseas. The talks, I sat in Tyler Perry talks.
I'm so jealous. Like, what?
Yeah, it was proper. We went to the French Quarter, you know, when they was having a little parade, went there.
Yeah.
It was a bit, like, literally, what it was like live footage from what you saw.
Did you have any favourite scenes of hers in the film? Because I felt like she stole the show for me. Like, all of her scenes had me in stitches.
She's a ridiculous performer. I'd say the grapefruit.
I rewatched the film obviously for our podcast, and I was just like, she had to do that. Like, obviously we know filming and all that, but it just, you had to do that. And
my throat started itching when I was like, sis, you committed to that role. That's why I'm saying, you know what? Commitment, full commitment.
It was the grapefruit everywhere. The hat. Like, she went in. She went in, and bananas are not the delicate of instruments to do that too. So I was just like, I know you had a small mouth. Literally.
I know that the minute the director was said cut, everyone was busting up.
Yeah. A lot of people have kind of compared Girls Trip to Hangover.
Oh, yeah. Oh, old school movie. I haven't seen Hangover.
Yeah. So it's kind of similar in the sense. So I think that's why I don't understand why people are more than willing and happy to go watch Hangover, but have a little bit of reservation to go and watch Girls Trip.
They don't see themselves in it. And it's not people, it's specific people.
Yeah. They had a lot of eye candy in Girls Trip. Who's your go-to eye candy? Because for me, it's Kofi. Kofi is a beautiful specimen.
Kofi's my man, actually.
No, I think you'll find he's mine, but okay.
I've got Kofi's number.
Okay. Can you send it? Can you forward it on to me, please? Thank you.
Yeah, no, he's obviously always hot. I do like He did Luke Cage. He was.
Oh, the guy who played her husband, Regina's husband.
He's quite an attractive man.
He's very handsome and very beautiful.
You know what? I think I started to really kind of digest his look when Luke Cage.
Oh, okay. See,
Yeah.
I first saw him or saw that side of him from The Good Wife.
Oh yeah.
And he was always in a suit, and
yeah.
a man in a suit is just delicious. So I was like, hello.
That's the right word to describe him. He's a very delicious man.
Delicious, yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think is a key for a long-lasting, real friendship?
I can narrow it down to one word, yeah. Respect. I think that's just the key for all healthy relationships in general. Like, not necessarily, and I'm not just saying respect for the other person, also respect for yourself. When you got respect for yourself, you're integral. You know, you've got integrity. You know, you know that I wouldn't talk behind someone's back. You know, because you respect yourself, you honor your word as well.
Yeah.
So when you just honor respect all round, most relationships, or if all relationships that you encounter, as long as they also adopt that same kind of respect too, you should have fruitful and really healthy relationships. So anyway, yeah.
So if you had to pick one scene to entice people to go and watch Girls Trip, what scene would it be and why?
Well, that's a good question, you know. I think to entice on an entertainment level, like just based on visuals. You know, the bit when they're in that rundown, and that guy comes looking for that prostitute, and he's at the window, and then he just like shows his
flashes.
He just flashes himself. I think that for me is so risque that would make me think, okay, what the hell is this film, please? And
I laughed so hard in a cinema because I wasn't expecting them to show us the whole goods.
There was no censors. It was just straight what it is. And when they screamed, the cinema roared.
Because I jumped as well. I don't know why I'm jumping. I'm like sitting in a couch somewhere. I jumped because it was just so, I wasn't expecting it, and he was just ballsy, and their reactions